is cannabidiol? Well, it's an ingredient in the hemp plant, and it's been shown to have a number of benefits. In fact, scientists are currently looking at a whole wide variety of benefits from this ingredient. Now, cannabidiol is not the only ingredient in hemp that's important. There's an entourage effect. There's a bunch of ingredients in the plant called phytocannabinoids. So hemp is a very complex plant. Everyone knows about the cannabidiol. Sometimes it's abbreviated as CBD, but scientists have already isolated 113 different phytocannabinoids in hemp, all these different ingredients in hemp. And they've seen that when they're used together, they amplify the benefits of the hemp. So let me explain what they mean when they say the entourage effect, and I'm going to use the green tea plant as a good example. When you look at green tea, it has a very important component known as EGCG. EGCG has been shown to be good for the brain and the heart and your bones and helping build muscle when you exercise, helping burn fat. It does a lot of really good things. But there's at least 19 other ingredients found in the green tea leaf that resemble EGCG. They're not the same, but when you put them along with the EGCG, you get a sort of synergism. You're amplifying the benefits from the plant. So you want to focus mostly on the EGCG. That's the component you want in the highest concentration, but you want those other ingredients from the plant in there to make it work better. It's the same with the hemp plant. You focus on the cannabidiol, but you get that entourage effect of all the other phytocannabinoids, and you can expect better results. So welcome to our Hemp and Cannabidiol What Can It Do For You episode. Hi, my name is Jerry Hickey. I'm a licensed pharmacist who also has studied nutrition. I'm over here at Invite Health. I'm also the scientific director, and I'd like to talk to you today about hemp. What to look for when you buy it, what to expect as far as benefits, and how do you take it? Is it safe? We'll go into all that. Please be sure to subscribe to the Invite Health podcast today, and please leave us a review. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Invite Health. All of today's information on this episode will be linked in the episode description, and you can visit invitehealth.com/podcast for more info. So let's get started. What can you expect from hemp? And once again, it has to be rich in the cannabidiol. Hemp really seems to reboot your brain. You know, just like you turn your cell phone off once a week to reboot it and it works better and you refresh it. Well, hemp seems to do that for a brain that's overstressed, a brain that's been abused, an aging brain. And it seems to help the brain with stress and mood, with your focus, appetite control, overall brain wellness. And this is on the daytime as well as night, but at nighttime it also improves your sleeping patterns. So scientists are looking at how hemp, if full spectrum, can help calm you down, help with anxiety, and possibly also reduce chronic pain. So we'll go into that. That's an interesting thing, the concept of chronic pain. Do you really have to suffer with that? Apparently not. Let's go to a break. When we come back, I'm going to talk about how hemp is helping people. We'll be right back. Jerry Hickey, Invite Health.
This podcast is brought to you by InviteHealth.com. For over 20 years, Invite Health has provided premium quality supplements and expert advice you can trust. Now, first-time customers can enjoy an exclusive offer. Visit invitehealth.com/podcast or click the link in this episode description. That's invitehealth.com/podcast for your exclusive offer on Invite Health products. Invite Health offers the resources you need to make important decisions about your health. Chat live with degreed healthcare professionals, get product information, and find retail locations near you at invitehealth.com. You can also learn about our new genetic testing program and our exclusive Invite Fitness Wellness program. Follow Invite Health on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and be sure to subscribe to our podcast today. Now back to our episode.
Okay, welcome back to our Hemp and Cannabidiol What Can It Do For You episode. So scientists are trying to break down how hemp works, what to expect from it. A lot of this has to do with the amygdala. The amygdala are two small clusters of cells in your gray matter of your brain. It's located in the core of the brain close to the centers for memory. So let's talk about chronic pain and the amygdala. Let's use the example of breaking a leg. If you break your leg and you move it, the pain is supposed to warn you that you can further damage the leg. So if you don't move it, you're not supposed to have as much pain. And in fact, when they put you in a cast, the pain is basically gone. That's what happens with a broken bone. So it seems that chronic pain, for the most part, is a learned experience. And it seems to occur in the amygdala. The amygdala is linked to fear, pleasure, all these different responses. And for instance, if your knee hurts with arthritis while you're walking up the stairs, it's not supposed to hurt you while you're sitting at your desk or sitting on the couch. The amygdala has been trained to expect pain, and you experience pain. So there's research now that if you can sidetrack the amygdala, that the experience of chronic pain starts to lessen. See, the amygdala is also involved with being creative and picturing something in the brain like a Corvette, a bright cherry red Corvette. So they're trying to train people now, when you start to feel pain, immediately switch the thoughts to that bright red Corvette. And to picture that, the amygdala has to focus on that. You're not focusing on the pain. And little by little, you unlearn the nature of chronic pain. Well, they're finding out that the cannabidiol seems to help you do this a lot quicker. So it has a lot to do with your amygdala. Now, the amygdala is connected to fear. It's connected to anxiety and depression and post-traumatic stress disorder. Phobias, they're increasingly being linked to abnormal functioning of the amygdala. So you'll see post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, fear, sadness, all connected to the amygdala. It seems that the cannabidiol, with the entourage of the other phytocannabinoids, reboots your amygdala and helps get rid of all those negative responses. Very interesting stuff. So how does cannabidiol work? Well, in the body, there are CB2 receptor sites that have to do with pain and inflammation, but also heart health. In the brain, there's CB1 receptor sites, and they're in parts of the brain involved with memory and learning and controlling your emotions and fear and anger and anxiety and sleep and controlling your appetite. So when you take cannabidiol, it doesn't actually well attach to the CB1 or CB2 receptor sites. It prompts them to work properly. So they're not under-functioning or over-functioning. It seems to be restoring balance in the human body. So hemp is good for the brain. The phytocannabinoids are, first of all, great antioxidants. They're also great for reducing inflammation. You never want inflammation in your brain. Now, is hemp safe? Well, first of all, it's not psychoactive. It's not THC, tetrahydrocannabinol. Marijuana is the recreational product that they use, to get high, such as at concerts. Hemp is not. Hemp is used for pain. It's used for brain issues, including for the aging brain. So hemp actually helps the brain. It helps keep it alert, healthy, in good working order. So what about that THC? Well, a farm bill was passed as law in 2018. And the THC has to be undetectable. It has to be less than 0.3%. So hemp is demonstrating that it is extremely safe. For instance, when they give cannabidiol to children with certain types of epilepsy where drugs for epilepsy don't work very well, it's a huge dosage compared to what you can get in a hemp nutritional supplement. You couldn't get that much from a hemp nutritional supplement. Also, the ingredients from hemp are sold as a nasal spray to help reduce nerve pain in patients with multiple sclerosis. These are extremely vulnerable people. That again demonstrates the safety aspects of hemp. You want a GMP manufacturer. That's Invite. That's all about us. GMP means good manufacturing practices. It's the level of expertise, the FDA demands of nutritional manufacturers. We have those certifications. Also, our hemp, the stuff we use, is research grade, organic, really high quality, guaranteed from seed, from farm to our products. Now, how do you take hemp? Well, I'm a pharmacist. And in pharmacy, we always focus on something called pharmacokinetics. Pharmacokinetics is how is something absorbed. What's the best route? Inhaling it, swallowing it as a capsule, rubbing it on the skin. How quickly does it get into the blood? How long does it last in the blood? Like, what's the peak value? How is it excreted from the body? Is it excreted through the urine, through the kidneys, or via the feces through the liver? Hemp is excreted in both ways, kidneys and liver. But it seems to last for a good, solid 18 hours, and it's much better off absorbed with food. Once again, in pharmacy, we always look at, is something water soluble? Is something soluble in glycerin? Is something soluble in alcohol? Or is something fatty soluble? The ingredients in cannabidiol are fatty soluble, which shows they're going to be best absorbed when you take them with a meal. You get a much better benefit if you take your cannabidiol with a meal. Now, what about the use of hemp in creams and ointments? Well, it really helps with pain. It really helps with pain. Knee pain, like arthritic pain, sciatica, back pain. So sciatica usually comes out of the spine. The lumbar discs, kind of like in the lower middle back, L4, L5, are crunching down on the sciatic nerve. And the pain radiates down the gluteus maximus, the buttocks, and down the side of the leg, and it could be extremely painful. I've had a number of clients tell me that hemp cream, the broad spectrum, really helps them with sciatica. I've had a number of people tell me it's really helping them with their knee pain, with their back pain. So use this as a guide. If it's for your back or muscles or nerves, try to get a cannabidiol that also contains menthol. Now, as a pharmacist, I would call menthol an anodyne. It has a cooling effect, and when you apply it externally, it helps reduce pain. So if you get a cream or an ointment for muscle pain, it's good if you have a little menthol in there. But if it's for inflamed skin, like red skin, itchy skin, or a rash, you don't need the menthol. Get a soothing type of roll-on, perhaps. Hemp is a great anti-inflammatory for the skin. A lot of the skin doctors in Manhattan are starting to use hemp in various ways of applying it for different conditions with the skin. So thank you for tuning into the Invite Health podcast. You can find all of our episodes for free wherever you listen to podcasts or by visiting invitehealth.com/podcasts. Make sure you subscribe and please leave us a review. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Invite Health Today. We'll see you next time on another episode of the Invite Health podcast. Thank you for listening.